Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Soul Good. I'm Amber Marie, and this is your August 2022 Tarotscope. If you're curious about the decks that I'm using today, you can find a list of them in the description box below. You can also find links to my social media accounts, as well as links to information on personal readings and the Soul Good membership channel on Telegram. So I do want to share with you, Aquarius, that I am feeling like you may have been under pressure or feeling like you're under pressure to maybe make a decision or come to an understanding about something, or maybe you just are feeling like you're under pressure, right? It might be something that's kind of like in your mind. As I tap into your energy, I'm getting this pressure from like my temples down to my ears and then all through the top of my head. So it just leads me to believe that you may have been feeling like you've been under pressure lately. Let's see what the cards have to say though. Please, Father, Mother, Life, Universe, Spirits, Guides, Angels, our cosmic team, our ancestors, our higher selves, what would you like Aquarius to know for August 2022, please? Okay, there they are. What does Aquarius need? Yeah, okay. What does Aquarius need to know, please? Can you tell us more? What does Aquarius need to know? What does Aquarius need to know for August 2022, please? Yep, thank you. I feel like these are yours, but why might Aquarius be experiencing this? Why might Aquarius be experiencing this month, please? Yeah, no. I feel like there's another card in here somewhere. Why is Aquarius experiencing this, please? Yep, there it is. Thank you. And what do Aquarius's angels have to share with them this month, please? What would Aquarius's angels like them to know? Thank you. That one too. What would Aquarius's angels like them to know this month, please? Yes, thank you. Interesting. Okay, let me just move these to the side and then we will jump right in. So let's see what you have going on here. The first card you have out here is the return, new story, you decide, alignment, and it's coming together. Now, I do want to share with you, Aquarius, that this is an energy that a lot of the signs have gotten for the month of August. I have one more sign to do after yours, and there have been several that have gotten similar messages. So I do feel like there's this opportunity for a second chance of some kind. And again, this energy of a new story, that's what's really standing out to me. And you decide. In other words, there are decisions that need to be made, I feel, in order for this new story to take place, for this return essentially to happen. And I feel like for some of you, there could be this energy of a return of a partner, perhaps. That I feel is for not everyone. Definitely not for everyone. But for others, I feel like this is an energy of, essentially, it feels like making decisions in order to create a new story, but like I feel like this is meant to help you get into alignment, but I feel like there's work to be done. Like it feels like whatever this is and however this is taking place in your life, if this resonates with you, it feels to me like it's a challenge, almost like uphill, right? Like I'm getting the energy of like uphill battle. And because I feel like it's that there's this energy of things needing to be released in order for this alignment to take place, because it feels to me like I'm almost feeling suffocated, like or something like that, where I feel like I like need to like deep inhale, and it feels to me like it's because there's so many other things in my energy that I don't have room for much more, right? So it feels like there's something here that needs to be let go, like let go of, released, forgiven, or something in order for this alignment to take place. But I feel like the opportunity may be there for you, but you do have a decision to make. Okay, like I feel like this is going to, there's something here about a decision. And here's the thing. If this is about somebody coming back, this could very well be a decision for you to not allow them back into your energy. And that could be the decision, excuse me, that's right for you. Of course, use your own intuition and your own discernment and make those choices that are best for your life, right? But I feel like for some people, there's this energy of like forgiveness and a decision to be made, whether or not you may allow somebody back in. And then for others of you, this could also be this energy of essentially putting up boundaries, standing up for yourself, and not allowing the same cycles to repeat, right? So essentially, kind of, I'm getting this, actually, I just got the word like a backbone, which is really interesting to me because it's not what I would have expected. So I don't know. Take that as it resonates with you. We also have here the wastelands, sustainability, slow down, and tend to your garden. Now, I really want to share with you that for me, this energy that I'm feeling with tend to your garden, I'm feeling like this is your consciousness. Like the garden is your consciousness. And I feel like there are weeds that need to be pulled out. For some reason, I feel like there is this, for some of you, this mask that you may have been wearing, like I'm detached, I'm not, like it doesn't matter, right? Whatever like I don't know, there's an energy here for some of you, like something may have happened or taken place, or you've experienced things in your life and you're like, I'm just, it doesn't matter, like I don't even care, or I'm like so detached. Like there's this energy of like just like cutting people off and just blocking your emotions. But the problem is that like that's not the whole truth. And to keep up that mask, or to keep up that falsity or that inauthenticity, that requires a lot of energy and a lot of work. And there's this message coming through about you can't keep going like this. Like you can't keep living this essentially lie, right? This thing that isn't true. Like there's a need to like face your shit, essentially, because it's like you can't, I don't know, it's dumping so much energy, it feels, into something that isn't true or real in your heart of hearts. Like you know that something affects you, and so it's like you can't keep pretending because you're dumping so much energy into trying to keep that up. Like eventually you're gonna burn yourself out. I don't know. That could be for somebody really, really specific, but I do feel like there is this energy of clearing out your consciousness, right? Like even if you're just expressing these truths to yourself or acknowledging things to yourself, right? It's like clearing out these weeds, these beliefs that aren't serving you, these habits and patterns that aren't serving you, right? Weeding all of that stuff out. And like, where are you placing judgment on people? Where are you, you know, where it's like, where are you not being 100 about your emotions and how you feel and what you think? It's really, really, I don't know. It feels to me like there's a lot of clutter. And for me, it feels like this energy of around like patterns, thought patterns, behavioral patterns, things that you've been experiencing over and over and over. And I feel like I keep feeling like I'm getting this like lisp, right? And when that, like, I don't speak like that normally. So when it happens in a reading, it manifests in a reading. For me, it's often this energy of like not finding it very difficult to express your truth or to communicate that clearly, right? Like, or feeling insecure about what you're saying, whether that's true or not. Okay. You also have here rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. So this could be about a romantic partner, right? Maybe you had an experience recently that maybe wasn't so fun, for lack of better terms, and you've been trying to play it off like it's no big deal, but in reality, that's not true. For some of you, I feel like this connection, if this is resonating with you about a partner, I feel like this connection was something strong, intense, likely very passionate, very energetically charged. And I feel like I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like when it was good, it was like really, really good. But and it's not to say when it was bad, it was like really bad, but it wasn't good. Definitely wasn't good. But I feel like there's still a pull there. Even so, perhaps you're meant to be learning from each other. Right? Perhaps you're meant to be teaching each other something about how you respond or react to situations. But putting that aside, I feel like there's a lot here about reconnecting to the pleasure of life, to love of life. And I want to lovingly say to you, Aquarius, if you don't love yourself, how can you expect anyone else to know how to love you properly? If you're not a friend to yourself, how can you expect anyone to be a friend to you or to know how to be a friend to you? You can't tell somebody how to love you if you don't know how to love you. You can't tell somebody what you need if you don't know what you need, right? So I feel like there is an energy here, yes, of like romance and pleasure and ecstasy and things like this. But there's also this energy of like, if these are things that you want to experience, you have to know what that means for you, right? You have to be very kind of decisive and like informed in regards to yourself in order to ask or to be able to ask for what it is you need, to have those conversations, right? Like, this is what makes me feel love. This is how I express love. This is how, I perceive certain things. Like, this is what devotion looks like for me, and romance and ecstasy and pleasure. But I feel like there, again, coming back, there is this part about experiencing pleasure and love in life, not just in intimate ways with other people, but with life in general, right? Bringing that sense of self-love and like seeking pleasure. And that doesn't have, again, it doesn't have to be an intimate thing. This can be pleasure in the sense of just enjoying yourself, right? Doing things that bring you peace and happiness. So again, take it as it resonates with you. There's a lot of different energy coming through here. A lot. And I feel like maybe this is part of that pressure that I was picking up on. Because again, it feels like there's a lot of energy. Three of Cups. So here's the thing. Aquarius, you have three, and 3 sets of cards from each deck. And your first tarot card out is the 3 of Cups in the reverse, but the 3 nonetheless. And I feel like 3s could be important for you this month. You may see them repeating, or 3s could be something important to you. Maybe it has something to do with a lucky number, an age, an address, a phone number, a date, something like that. I don't know, but Threes are about expression and groups and growth. And I feel like this is a big part of your growth around you expressing yourself and being able to communicate clearly with other people very truthfully. And I do feel like there's this softening type of energy here because you have the cups coming out first. Three of Cups in the reverse is isolation. You may have felt isolated, right? And maybe you've been praying for this return. Maybe you've been feeling like you need to, I don't know, it almost feels like the isolation is like some sort of struggle for you. I don't know if that's because you're not used to being alone or something. I don't know why I'm getting that, but this is also an energy of gossip and overindulgence, right? Maybe, I don't know, maybe this is part of the decisions that you have to make. Maybe there are people in your circle who are like, hey, you should do this, or you should do that, or you should not do this, or you should do that. And I do feel like this is more about you making the decisions that are best for you, because this is about you, again, kind of tending to your garden, clearing out the weeds. And I want to lovingly say that gossiping, right, is not good company to keep. Like, that's not a good space for you to pour your energy into. And it's not a good space for you to allow, or rather a good energy for you to allow into your reality. Like, it doesn't serve anybody. Right now, it's one thing if you're seeking guidance or counsel, right? And I'm not speaking about gossip in that sense, but I don't know. It's this energy of like following whatever your truth is. I just feel like there could be energy here of like people trying to tell you what to do or to convince you of a certain path or something. And it's more like this energy of no, but you need to trust yourself because you have a decision to make here. And you're the one that has to live with that. Right? And so I feel like there's this energy here of trusting yourself and trusting what you feel and what you know to be true versus worrying about what everybody else says. You also have the Wheel in reverse. This is, I feel for you, a sense of clinging to control, because I got that energy of like pushing your emotions down, right? And like being very kind of in control of your emotions, and in the sense of I'm refusing to express them. So in control that way, but like, not that that's necessarily a good thing, right? But I feel like there's this energy here of clinging to control and wanting to kind of, for, I don't know why, but there's a manipulative kind of energy here, like to manipulate a certain outcome. And I don't know who that's for, or maybe it's someone very specific, but this clinging to control is actually preventing you from experiencing something different, something new, getting into alignment with what is meant for you, what is actually going to bring that feeling of love and passion and pleasure into your reality, for you to actually experience that. And I feel like if you were to slow down and really kind of listen to your own intuition, I feel like you would have a better idea of what would be for your highest good, or what would help you to move forward in the way that is best for you, right? And sometimes that is in isolation. I do want to share that with the 10 here, that is, even though this is in the reverse, it's still a 10, and it's still an energy of you have the opportunity here to move forward, to complete a cycle, to experience a sense of renewed energy. But it's a decision, and you have to be able to surrender and release control and allow things to just unfold the way that they're supposed to, without knowing what that might look like. You also have here the Four of Pentacles. This is an energy of kind of like security, kind of keeping things in or holding things in. There, for whatever reason, this feels like intuitively like you protecting yourself, like putting up these walls and trying to maintain a sense of security of yourself in that way. There's almost this feeling of, if I let go of my emotions, or I allow myself to fully experience my emotions, I feel like it will like really rock or shake your world, and you may feel like you're going to lose all control of everything and feel like you have no security in anything. Like it feels very scary to me. Really, the energy is like very fearful. But I feel like when you build a wall around yourself and you don't allow people close to you, right? Not only does that keep people away from you, but it keeps you away from people, right? Like you don't get to experience true, real, like unconditional love because you have all these conditions, right? It's like, okay, well, if you do this and I get hurt, then this happens, or if you do this, then this is going to happen. And it's, I don't know, it feels very much to me like always preparing for the worst, or being prepared for the worst, in the sense of like I'm not going to fully open up. And it's odd, Aquarius, because it feels to me like to some degree you get close to people, but if they were to know the truth, they wouldn't really be that close at all. For you, it feels incredibly close, because it's like I don't let anybody even this far, or rarely do I let anybody even this far. But from another's perspective, it could feel like fucking miles away from really truly understanding your heart and your soul. And I feel like there's this need to like kind of let your guard down a bit. Let people close to you. Why might this be happening? Let's see. Solar light upgrade, solar plexus chakra, inner fire, and willpower. I feel like this is about you essentially shining your light and stepping into your own power, in the sense of not letting other people kind of push you to make certain decisions, or make, like convince you that, or there's this energy of like, how do I word this? Like, let's say this is about a relationship, right? And let's say this is as a female, just because there's so much feminine energy here. But let's say it's a female, right? And the guy is off, you're in separation for whatever reason, right? Or broken up or whatever. And you're like with your girlfriends and you're talking, and they're like, screw that guy, like who cares? You deserve better anyways. He's a piece of shit, blah, 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 blah. Right? Like, and you like play into that, knowing that in your heart of hearts, like that's not your truth at all. Right? Like, it feels to me like this energy of really stepping up for what you truly feel. Right? Like, no, like actually, okay, that's fine. That's your opinion. Thank you for sharing that with me. But I'm going to do whatever feels right to me, like really right to me. And I'm not going to sit here and talk crap or whatever, like gossip about this person, or talk about how they're such a POS or whatever. Like, I'm just going to figure this out. Right? Like, I don't know. Let me know if that resonates with you, because it's an interesting message. Oh, I don't know if I showed that to you. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry if I didn't. You also have here, interesting, another message of it's coming together with Pleiadian activation, coming together, harmony in the heavens, and resolution. Right? So I feel like stepping into your own power and making your own decisions, and not feeding into any gossip or, anything like that, like lower vibrational frequencies. I feel like you will experience that coming together, like things falling into place and reaching some sort of harmony or resolution, if not in what you're experiencing with another person. And this is just about you, like harmony within self. Okay, because I have a book that I'm very fond of, called Christ Returns, by an anonymous author. And in that book, the Christ refers to heaven as your soul, as being within you. And so whenever I read this, I always see harmony in the heavens as bringing in harmony within yourself, right? Bringing that balance within to yourself and into your reality. And I also feel like this harmony in the heavens and resolution, I do feel like this is also about tending to your garden, right? Really surrendering or releasing these things that you try so often to control, it seems like, right? Like behavioral patterns and things. Like I feel like if this applies to you, I feel like these are things that you've done like your whole life. Like not let people get too close, not really share your truth, like always try to push it off to the side, like it doesn't bother you, right? Like, and in a sense, like that can be a good thing. Like not being too attached is a good thing, but pretending that you don't feel certain ways and ignoring or denying or pushing down your true feelings, like that, all that is holding on to negative energy. That's just holding on to energy, pure. Even if I don't even want to say negative, but it's just holding on to energy, period. And that's not good for you. So thus I feel there's like a resolution coming here, but I do feel like you have to like choose what's best for you, make those decisions, like choose yourself here. And for some of you, that is the message, is like choose yourself, come home to yourself, allow yourself to experience a love and all of these types of things. And from you, like take your fucking self out on a date, right? Like do fun things by yourself. You don't need someone else to take you out, right? I mean, I don't know who that's for, but I felt like I needed to say that. You also have here Venusian Galactic Council, star being guides, answer the call, time to shine. So I feel like your guides are communicating with you. For whatever reason, I feel like it's a big thing with numbers. And you may be seeing, excuse me, repeating numbers. And this energy of, so what's really standing out to me here is this Venusian energy or Venus energy, because that Venus energy is about balance and values and harmony and beauty, like the beauty of life and people and places, and affection and attraction and that sort of energy. And so it's this energy for me of like really experiencing the beauty of life. And I find it fascinating that you have this rapture here, which is very similar energy, right? Showing up kind of below or, right in the same row as each other. And here's the thing, like, again, when you shut down any part of yourself from others and from your divine creator, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, you shut yourself out from all the things and experiencing all of these things authentically and pure, in a pure way. Right. So I feel like there's this opportunity here for you to experience like real love, but you have to be willing to kind of let people in and open your arms to people. And I feel like that's a challenge for you, because it almost feels like if you see all the things, like I have nothing. It feels like there's this need to be able to express yourself very, very truthfully. Your angels are saying to you, you have transformation here. Thank you, Zadkiel, for supporting me to transform from my past challenges. And with Archangel Zadkiel showing up for you here and saying, like, you are going through a transformation right now. This is something that is going to be challenging for you, but I feel like, again, this is happening for you. This is to help you to release these past ways of being and experience life on a completely different level. But it is going to require you to trust yourself and to trust the angels and your guides to lead you. Again, there's this big energy about trusting your own intuition. Okay, this is not trusting your ego, right? The one who talks shit about you and everyone else. This is your intuition. Okay, you have spiritual support. Dear angels, I allow you to support me as I grow to become more spiritually aware. Yes, again, like I was saying, this is about you trusting your intuition and allowing yourself to hear it and allowing yourself to implement whatever it is that you become aware of into your reality for your own growth and your transformation, so that you experience, again, a new story. But know that you are incredibly supported as you move through this energy. All it's going to take from you is simply going to your angels, your guides, God, the universe, whatever it is for you, and saying, you know, thank you for showing me the way. Thank you for guiding me and leading me to whatever's meant for me at this time, whatever's for my highest good. Or, you know, thank you for bringing in or bringing me and showing me the way to this or something better, right? This could be spiritual support from a female, right? Maybe a loved one who's passed on. That might be important for some of you. Look at this. You cannot make this stuff up. You have the inner voice. Thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. Again, trusting your intuition and making the choices that are right for you, right? If somebody returns and you're not ready, you're not ready. Take that time to slow down and really process and think about what you're doing. Nobody says you have to make a decision on the drop of a dime, right? Trust yourself and trust what it is you need. Trust what your intuition is telling you. The angels are here, like that message has come up repeatedly, right? And it's your angel saying, like, listen, this is important for you and your path right now. The bottom of the deck, you have lineage of the rose, moved by the goddess, here for this, soul call, and gather. So what I find fascinating about this is it's at the bottom of the deck, right? So this may be what you don't see, aren't yet aware of, or hasn't kind of come into your physical world or come in yet. And this is an energy. I'm here. The thing that's really standing out for me is like here for this and soul call, because I feel like there's an energy of like asking you to show up for yourself. And I don't know that that's something that you're acknowledging, right? If this resonates with you, it's like this energy of like, again, your soul speaking to you and trying to get you into this alignment. But and essentially, like I was saying, like have you show up for yourself, but I don't know if that's necessarily how you're seeing the situation. So I feel like this is this energy of saying like, hey, this is something that you're not seeing that maybe you should consider. I also feel like prayer may be beneficial for some of you to get that time with your creator and, you know, by yourself, and to pray about the things that you are feeling you need solutions to, right? Or meditate or whatever it is for you, right? Like it doesn't matter. However you talk to your creator, however you know, whatever it is for you. You have the Page of Wands in the reverse at the bottom of the tarot. This is an energy of not having or not knowing what direction to take. So you could feel very confused, right? This is also an energy of, I really want to say or ask, like, are you just procrastinating because this is something you don't want to face, because there may be conflict involved here and it's not something that you want to experience, which is, I understand, right? Like if we don't want to experience conflict and that's negative energy, I completely understand, you know, kind of stepping back from that. But I feel like there's this energy here of like, are you just procrastinating? Like, what's the truth here? Because the Page of Wands in the upright is this energy of like excitement, a freedom, exploring and discovering new things. And so it's like, are you worried about what you'll learn? Right? Or do you have questions that maybe you don't want the answers to, or maybe aren't sure about the answers? But I mean, more specifically here, there's the energy of that lack of direction, like not, I don't know, not following your own heart or not being able to hear where you're meant to be going, like to not like see the path laid before you. And I feel like if you were to look at it from a different perspective, that path may be made aware to you. Right. But again, I feel like there's a lot here about like cleaning out your energy or clearing out your energetic field and really getting rid of some of those weeds in your consciousness that tell you all the things like you can't trust people, you can't depend on people, people always leave, or whatever the thing is that's circulating in your head. Right. Interesting. You have crystal skull wisdom, clarity, divine healing, and high vibrational energy. Yes. Yes, again, that clarity, clearing out your garden or your consciousness and really making decisions, right? I do feel like this, again, is about you showing up for yourself. And I feel like that perpetuates this divine healing within you, because I don't know that you've actually done that. Um, and I want to lovingly, lovingly say, Aquarius, that showing up for yourself also includes taking responsibility for your shit. It's not just about self-care and like taking yourself to the salon and meditating and yoga. Like, no, this is about you facing your shit and taking responsibility and gaining clarity and essentially perpetuating healing within yourself so that you can move forward, because your growth is also self-love, is also self-care, right? It's very important. So I feel like there's this energy of gaining clarity and listening to yourself and taking responsibility for things and understanding yourself on a different level, on a different perspective. Okay, for some of you, I feel like there's been this energy of you did this to me, or, you know, she did this to me, or he did this to me, or this situation did this to me, or, you know, that sort of thing, versus I'm kind of responsible for this, actually. You also have focus your mind. Thank you, angels, for helping me to focus on my priorities. Yes, this is for you to really, again, I feel like it's so much about putting yourself first, making yourself the priority, because you cannot keep living this way. Again, this is not a personal reading. This is a general reading, right, for Aquarius, whether you're sun, moon, or rising, okay? But there is this energy, like, I do want to share with you, this is a general reading, right? So not everything may resonate here with you, and that's perfectly fine. Take what does, leave the rest, okay? But there is an energy here of like really making yourself a priority and really giving back to yourself in ways that you haven't before, and focusing on that. So again, maybe there's this need for some of you to really just have some time by yourself, to get very clear and in touch with you and where you're clinging to control and where you're not allowing yourself to release things, and where you're holding on to things, and, you know, where you're not standing up for yourself, right? And where you're not making decisions. That's what August feels like for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for being here. I truly do appreciate your time and your energy. I hope that something here has resonated with you, or you found it valuable in some way, shape, or form. If you do find that something here resonated with you, please do the YouTube things by liking, sharing, and or subscribing. It really does help the channel to grow, and it tells YouTube that there may be something valuable here for someone else. So I really do appreciate that. See, Aquarius, I feel like this could be, you know, a bit of growing pains type of month for you if you choose to take this opportunity. But the opportunity is there, available to you, for you to write a new story and to transform and experience something different. But it is going to require you making decisions, and difficult decisions at that, right? So, but do know that regardless of whatever comes up, whatever you experience, you've got this, and God clearly has got you. Take care of your beautiful, beautiful soul, and I hope to see you on the next one.